My name is Maz and I'm going to be guiding you through your Vinyasa Flow practice today. So before we begin, just take a moment to grab yourself any props that you think you might need for your practice. So I have a couple of yoga blocks here. If you have blocks, go ahead and grab them. If not, then you can use books, anything at all that you might find around your house. You might also want to grab yourself a strap. So you can use a tie, you can use a scarf. So just take a moment to prepare the props that you think you might need for your practice. And then we're going to start today by coming to a comfortable seated position at the top of your yoga mat. So take a moment to find that position where you are grounded through the sit bones. This might be a moment where you want to sit onto one of your blocks just to really give you that connection to the ground, that sense of stability. From that connection to the ground, there is a lengthening through the spine, there's length through the side ribs. Bringing your hands to rest onto the knees or into the lap, softening the shoulders away from the ears. And if it feels comfortable for you to do so today, just allow your eyes to softly fall closed and bring yourself into a place of stillness. As you arrive into a place of stillness, we take this first couple of minutes as an opportunity just to check in. We take this first couple of minutes as an opportunity to really arrive onto the mat fully. And to begin with, start to direct your awareness to your physical body. Feeling the weight of the body on the mat. Maybe noticing the temperature of the air on your skin. And then start to notice any physical sensations. Are there any areas of the body which maybe feel a little bit tense or tight today? Are there any areas of the body that feel relaxed and at ease today? Taking this time to notice without judging. Just becoming aware of how your body feels today. And as you make your way through your practice today, really just allow yourself to honor how the body feels. Really allowing yourself to work into spaces that nourish and nurture the body. Resisting the urge to force. And then start to expand your awareness and let yourself tune into the breath as it is. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Calm, steady breath. With each in-breath, feeling the gentle expanding of the belly, the rib cage, the chest. With each out-breath, the gentle contracting of the chest, the rib cage, the belly. And the next cycle of breath begins. Breathing in through the nose, filling up the lungs. Breathing out through the nose, releasing, softening. Just take a few moments here to really just watch the breath. Traveling in, traveling out. And again, notice how the breath is today. Observing without judgment. If the mind wanders, allow yourself to acknowledge thoughts, emotions, feelings, whatever arises. Acknowledging without judging, without dismissing or disregarding, allowing space for whatever arises. And again, honouring what it is that you've brought to the mat with you today. Cultivating that sense of acceptance, contentment with what it is that you've brought to the mat with you today. And as we just take a few more moments here to arrive, to settle the energy, start to join together your palms, bringing your thumbs to lightly rest at the center of the chest. There's a small space between the palms of the hands. Take a moment to place an intention into that space. Maybe that intention is something that you would like to invite into your life today. Maybe that intention is something that you would like to allow to leave your life today. Whatever that intention is, hold it there in that space between the palms, close to your heart. And let's open up this space, this energetic space, with one soft Om. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Gently lifting the thumbs to the center of the forehead, the third eye space. Placing your intention into that space. Gently release, bring the palms of the hands down onto the mat in front of you, touching the earth. And then slowly start to open up the eyes and start to make your way to all fours. So finding your way to all fours, spreading your fingers nice and wide, bringing your shoulders over your wrists, bringing your hips over your knees, pressing the ground away from you with the hands, and gently drawing the belly button towards the spine. We're going to start to move the body through some rounds of cat and cow, so moving with the breath. As you inhale, raise your hips, open up your chest and look forward. As you exhale, press the ground away from you, round the spine. Gently draw the chin towards the chest. We go again, take an inhalation, raising up the hips. Gently dropping the belly, open up the chest, look forward. As you exhale, press the ground away, round the spine, drop the chin. Let's take 3 more rounds, moving with the breath, inhaling, opening up through the front of the body. Exhale, making space through the back of the body. You might like to close down the eyes, inviting the gaze inwards, inhaling, lifting the hips. Exhale, gently drop the hips. Taking one more round in here. Inhale, lift up through the hips. Exhale, press the ground away, dome the upper back. On your next inhalation, come back to neutral. So finding a long line of energy from the crown of the head all the way through to the tailbone. Keep the fingers spread nice and wide. Keep pressing into the palms. From there, tuck your toes under and start to lift your knees just a couple of centimeters away from the mat. So press into the palms, hover the knees. Imagine you've got a block between the legs. Draw the inner thighs in towards the center line. Keep doming the upper back. Draw the belly button towards the spine. We take one more inhalation in here. From there, as you exhale, keep your knees lifted. Slowly start to sit your hips back towards your heels. Keep drawing the inner thighs together. Take an inhalation here. As you exhale, start to lift your hips, extending your heels down towards the ground, coming into your first downward facing dog. Take some time here to move the body, so pedaling out the heels. You might move the hips from side to side. It might feel nice to raise a leg, taking a three-legged downward facing dog, opening up through the hip. Releasing that foot down, repeating on the other side. Just finding some space in your downward facing dog. Take a few more cycles of breath in here to move the body. And then take a moment to find some stillness in your down dog. Feel free to take a soft bend in the knees. From there, start to slowly walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Step by step. Separating your feet hip distance apart. Take an inhalation to lengthen and look forward. As you exhale, come into a forward fold. Soften your knees so you can bring the chest towards the thighs, drop the head. Take your hands to opposite elbows. And just gently sway your torso from right to left. Allow the head to hang heavy. Keep the knees soft. Keep the feet grounded. And then slowly come back to center. Release the elbows. Bring your hands down towards the ground and gently draw your chin towards your chest. From there, start to slowly walk your hands all the way up the front of your legs. Keep your chin tucked in as you roll yourself all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Once you arrive up to standing, release the arms by the sides. Take a deep inhalation, draw the shoulders all the way up. As you exhale, slide the shoulders back and down. Let's do that one more time. Deep inhalation to draw the shoulders up. Exhale, slide the shoulders all the way back and down. From there, step to the top of your mat, coming into a mountain pose. So you might have the feet together. If that doesn't feel good to your lower back, then feel free to separate the feet hip distance apart. Wherever you are, feet are grounded, legs are active, arms released by the side. Spin your palms forward slightly, just until you start to feel some space through the front of the body. As you arrive at the top of the mat, close down your eyes once more. And take this time to really establish your connection to the ground. So spread your toes nice and wide. Ground through the toes, ground through the balls of the feet, the heels. There's a gentle lifting through the inner arches of the feet. That lifting action travels up through the legs, the kneecaps lift, the quads engage. The belly button draws towards the spine and the tailbone gently lengthens down towards the heels. Start to deepen the breath slightly, continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. And if it's in your practice, start to find your Ujjayi breath. So breathing in and out through the nose, and there's a gentle contraction at the back of the throat that allows you to find that soft ocean sound as you inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, blink open the eyes. Inhale, raise the arms, reach high, lengthen the side ribs. Exhale, come into a forward fold, soften your knees if you need to. From there, inhale, lengthen, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, once again, come into a forward fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, hands to shins. Exhale, release into a forward fold. 1 more time. Inhale to lengthen, hands come to shins, chest lifts. Exhale, come to a forward fold. Place your hands down onto the mat. This time, inhale, lengthen, keep your hands on the mat. Exhale, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, arrive into a high plank. Spread your fingers nice and wide, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Press the ground away from you again, doming the upper back. Take 1 more inhalation in here, shift the weight, look forward. From there, as you exhale, drop your knees, untuck your toes. Take 1 more inhalation here. As you exhale, start to bend the elbows. Come all the way down in a nice straight line, lowering the body with control. Once you get all the way down, inhale, lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades together, cobra. Exhale, lower your chest down to the ground. Pressing into your palms, inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, sit back to a child's pose. Inhale, come on up, all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift into your downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Take a couple of breaths in here, bringing the weight equally into both hands and feet. Lengthening through the spine, lifting your hips. Take 1 more breath. From there, as you inhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Raise the arms, reach high, lengthen. Exhale, release the arms by the sides. Come to your mountain pose. Next inhalation, raise the arms. Exhale, take a forward fold. Once again, inhale, lengthen, bring your hands to shins, belly button to spine. Exhale, release, fold forward. We do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, hands to shins. Exhale, fold forward. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen, bring the hands to the shins. Exhale, take a forward fold, hands to ground. Inhale, this time lengthen, keep your hands on the mat. As you exhale, step your left foot back, step your right foot back. We're into that high plank once again. Spread your fingers wide, shift your shoulders over your wrists. Imagine you've got a block between the thighs, draw those inner thighs together. Taking 1 more inhalation, look forward. This time as you exhale, bend your elbows, Slowly lower all the way down in a straight line. If you need to, drop those knees once again. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift the chest. Come to your cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down. Take an inhalation, come on up to all fours. Exhale, sit back, take your child's pose. Inhale, brings you through to all fours. Toes tuck. Exhale, you're into your downward facing dog once again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, taking a couple of more breaths in here, deep inhalation. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. On your next inhalation, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, take a deep forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, lengthen the side ribs. Exhale, release, bring the arms by the sides, coming back to your mountain pose. On your next inhalation, bend your knees, sweep the arms up, come to your chair pose. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands, step back to your high plank. Take an inhalation, press the ground away, shift the weight forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, coming onto the tops of your feet for your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back. Lift your hips, you're into your downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat. Drop your left knee. Inhale, coming up onto your fingertips, lift your chest. Exhale, send your hips back. Straighten your right leg, flex the right foot, half split. Inhale, place the right foot onto the mat. Lift up your left knee. Exhale, step back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, send your hips back. Flex that left foot towards you. Keep lifting the chest, come to that half split. As you exhale, come forward, place the left foot down. Exhale, step back, lower down through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. From there, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, rise up into your chair pose. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, step or float back, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From there, inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, come forward like you're in a plank. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, dome the upper back. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, keep it there. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, place the foot between the hands. Inhale, float your left leg up, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold, come into a standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your left foot back, step your right foot back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath before we come to the other side. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, shift the weight forward. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, keep it there. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, place the left foot down. Inhale, raise your right leg, open the chest. Exhale, fold into a standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhalation. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend your knees, rise up into your chair pose, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, step or float back, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, keep it there. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, place that right foot down. Inhale, raise your left leg, open up your chest. Exhale, fold, come into a standing split. We're going to stay in here. So pointing through the toes of that left foot. This is where you might be wanting to grab your blocks or your books to support underneath your hands. With every inhalation, there's a lengthening. Every exhalation, maybe you find a little bit more space. Strong energy through that standing leg. Gently drawing the chest towards that right thigh. Let's take one more beautiful deep breath in here. With your next inhalation, lengthen and look forward. Slowly step your left foot halfway down the mat. Keep that left heel lifted. And then as you exhale, fold over the right leg once again. Coming into a forward-facing triangle. So we've got both legs straight. We're high up on the ball of that left foot. We're drawing the left hip forward as we draw the right hip back. Maintaining the length through the side ribs. Again, every breath an opportunity to lengthen as you inhale. Maybe fold a little bit deeper as you exhale. Nothing is forced. Honouring the body. Honouring what feels good for you today. Let's take one more lovely breath in here. Exhale. As you inhale, slowly start to lengthen once again. Start to shift your weight into your right foot. You're going to soften that right knee. Bring your palms together. Use your glutes. Pour the weight into the right foot. And then float that left leg up, finding your way up into a warrior 3. Reaching the crown of the head forward, extending that left foot all the way back. Keep drawing the belly button towards the spine, staying connected to the breath. We're going to take one more breath in here. And then very slowly, without the left foot touching the mat, we're going to bring that left knee into the chest. Inhale, exhale. From there, take your right hand to your right hip. 2 options, either take the left hand to the left knee or take hold of that left big toe and slowly start to extend your left leg out in front of you. Coming into your balance, breathing here. Strong foundation through that right leg. If you are extending your left leg, keep drawing the left shoulder back in line with the right. Let's take one more breath here. And then as you inhale, draw the knee into the chest. Have a wobble. Bring your palms together. Exhale. Take an inhalation. Step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Rise up into your high lunge on the right side. So that left heel is lifted. Again, left hip is drawing forward, right hip's drawing back. Drawing the inner thighs together, drawing the sit bones together. Breathing in here. Finding that nice deep bend into the right leg. Tailbone is lengthening down towards the ground. With your next inhalation, start to open out into a warrior 2. So the outside edge of your left foot grounds parallel to the back of the mat. You're maintaining that nice deep bend into the right leg. Both thighs are spiraling open. Again, the sit bones are drawing together here. Strong energy through the arms. Strong, steady breath. Let's take one more breath. From there, as you inhale, slowly start to straighten your right leg. You might like to shift your left foot in slightly. Reach your right arm forward, lengthen through the right side ribs. And then as you exhale, come into your triangle pose, maintaining the length through the right side body. You might support underneath your right hand with a block. The chest rotates. Either keep your left hand reaching high, or you can reach that left hand behind you, finding the inside of the right hip or thigh. Again, using that action to rotate the chest, drawing the left shoulder back and down. Keep lengthening through those right side ribs, grounding through the feet. Let's take one more deep breath in here. Wonderful. From there, as you inhale, slowly come back up to center. As you exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, windmill your hands to frame your right foot. Exhale, lift that foot, step back, lower down. Inhale, come to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, drop your knees, come to all fours. From there, we're going to come into a dolphin pose. So we're bringing the elbows down, we're bringing the forearms down. And we want to really draw the elbows in nice and narrow. So come on down, squeeze those elbows in nice and close. Give yourself a really strong foundation, so you're pressing the ground away from you, starting to build some strength into the shoulders here. Once you've got that nice strong foundation, we're going to tuck the toes and start to lift the hips. Walking the feet in, sending the hips high. Keep pressing the ground away from you. The head is lifted, the hips are high. Maybe there's a bend in the knees. This might be where you're staying today. Next stage, if you would like, is to inhale and send that right leg high. Pointing through the toes of the right foot, breathing here. You might stay in here. You might be having a few little hops and starting to come up into your forearm stand today. Staying connected to the breath. Keep pressing the ground away from you with the forearms. We're going to take a couple of more breaths in here. If you are up, you can take split legs. You can start to bring the legs together. And then slowly start to lower down. Sit back into a child's pose. Sending your hips back towards your heels, releasing your forehead down. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. One more time, deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale. And from there, seal the lips. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Very nice. Take one more breath to reset. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale. With your next inhalation, come back up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Let's come to the left side. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, chin to chest. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, place the left foot down. Take an inhalation, float your right leg up, lengthen and look forward. As you exhale, fold into your standing split. Again, this is where you might be grabbing your blocks to support underneath your hands. Maintaining length through the side ribs as you gently bow forward over that left leg. Staying with the breath in here. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Last breath, finding a little bit more space. Exhale. As you inhale, start to lengthen and look forward. As you exhale, place your right foot halfway down the mat. Keep that heel lifted. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding over that left leg, coming into your forward facing triangle. Again, maintaining the length through the side ribs. Drawing the inner thighs together. Staying high up on the ball of that right foot. Stay with that breath. Every inhalation lengthening. Every exhalation, maybe you fold a little bit further. Nothing is forced. As I said at the beginning, allowing yourself to work into spaces that really nourish and nurture your body today. We'll take one more breath into our fold. Very nice. From there, let's start to move towards our warrior three. So take it slow, we're not in any rush. We're going to start to soften through that left knee. Start to pour the weight into the left foot. Join your palms, use your glutes And you're going to float that right leg up, finding your way into that strong warrior 3 stance. Staying with the breath, crown of the head reaches forward, right foot extends back. 2 more breaths in here. Last one, very nice. From there, slowly start to bring the right knee into the chest. You might wobble. Draw that knee in close. Take a breath to consolidate. From there, left hand comes to left hip. Right hand comes to right knee. That might be where you're staying today. You might want to have a go at taking hold of that right big toe and extending that right leg out in front of you. Keeping the chest open, drawing the right shoulder back in line with the left. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Strong foundation through that left leg. 1 more inhalation. 1 more exhalation. Very nice. From there, inhale, release, draw the knee into the chest once again. Join the palms. Exhale, take a big step all the way to the back of the mat. Raise the arms and you're into your high lunge on the left side. So you're high up on the ball of that right foot. Taking a nice deep bend into the left knee. Drawing the inner thighs together. Draw the left hip back as you draw the right hip forward. Tailbone is lengthening down towards the ground. Taking 1 more breath. Draw the belly button towards the spine. And then as you inhale, start to open out. Come into your warrior 2 on the left side. So the outside edge of that right foot is grounded parallel to the back of the mat. Both thighs are spiraling open. The tailbone is lengthening down towards the ground. Sit bones draw together. Breathing here. Again, each breath an opportunity to maybe find a little bit more space, a little bit more depth, without forcing. Using the breath to help us find those spaces in the body. Wonderful. With your next inhalation, straighten that left leg. Shift your right foot in slightly. Both legs are straight. Reach your left arm forward, lengthen those left side ribs, and then as you exhale, release into your triangle pose. Rotating the chest, keeping that space through the side body. Either keep extending your right hand towards the ceiling or wrap that right hand behind you. Drawing the right shoulder back and down. Taking 3 more breaths in here. Really pressing into the feet. Energy through the legs, kneecaps lift, quads engage. We've got 1 more wonderful breath here to find a little bit more space. With your next inhalation, use the breath to smoothly float back up to center. Exhale, you're into your warrior 2 to transition. With an inhalation, windmill your hands to frame your left foot. Pick up that left foot, step back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, find your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips. Coming into your downward facing dog once more. We're going to come into our dolphin pose once again, so drop your knees. Come to all fours. Slowly start to lower your forearms down onto the mat. Draw the elbows in. Make them nice and narrow. Give yourself that beautiful strong foundation. And then as you feel ready, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Start to walk the feet in close. Again, this might be where you're staying today. This time you might inhale and send your left leg high, pointing through the toes of that left foot. You might stay there in your 3-legged dolphin, Or you might start to have a few little hops coming up into your forearm stand. And just be playful. Just allow yourself to breathe, as I said, into the spaces that nourish your body. If you are coming up, keep drawing the belly button towards the spine, drawing the sit bones together. Taking 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then slowly start to lower down. Sit back once more, come into your child's pose. Send the hips back towards the heels, reach the fingertips forward, forehead comes down. Take a full inhalation through the nose. Open up the mouth, exhale. One more time, deep inhalation, filling up the lungs. Exhale. Seal the lips. And just reintroduce once again that Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. On your next inhalation, come on up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, come to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, keep your feet where they are at the back of the mat and very slowly start to walk the hands to meet the feet. So hands come to the back of the mat. Separate your feet hip distance or maybe wider. Bend your knees so that you can take hold of your big toes with your first 2 fingers and thumbs. On your next inhalation, lengthen and lift the chest. As you exhale, come into a forward fold. You might keep the knees bent. You might start to straighten your knees, sending the elbows out to the sides, coming into your Padahastasana, your standing forward fold. Every inhalation is a lengthening. Every exhalation, finding a little bit more space in this fold. Again, inhaling, you lengthen. Exhale, you fold. Subtle micro movements. Inhale to find space. Exhale. Let's take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. From there, as you inhale, start to lengthen. Place your fingertips onto the mat in front of you. From there, start to lift up and balance onto the heels. So lifting up all 10 toes, digging the heels into the mat. From there, we're going to slide the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. See if you can do it both at the same time. So releasing the fingertips, slide the hands underneath, come into a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you're into a deeper variation of that stretch for the back body. Coming into Padahastasana. Breathing here. If this feels too much, then please feel free to stay with the first variation. Please feel free to have a bend in the knees, whichever variation you're working with today. Again, each inhalation an opportunity to lengthen. Each exhalation an opportunity to maybe find a little bit more space. We've got 2 more breaths in here. With your next inhalation, start to lengthen and look forward. Release your hands onto your hips, halfway lift, exhale. Inhale, slowly come up all the way, raise up your arms, lift up your heels, coming to balance onto the balls of the feet. Lift the heels high, reach the fingertips high. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Imagine you've got a block squeezed between the legs. Stay with the breath, keep your heels lifted And slowly as you can, start to walk towards the front of your mat once again. Keep those heels lifted. Walk up to the top of the mat. As you arrive at the top of the mat, take an inhalation, lift up a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, slowly lower both heels. Slowly release. Bring the arms by the sides. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Have a little bit of a wriggle if you need to. Coming to the top of your mat, stepping into your mountain pose once again, finding a connection to the ground. As you inhale, raise up the arms, reach high. As you exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands, step or float back, move through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips high. From your downward facing dog, bend your knees, look forward, step or float through to seated. As you arrive to seated, bring together the soles of the feet. If you've got your heels in quite close, then slide them away from you, making a diamond shape with the legs. From there, placing your hands onto the ankles, take an inhalation to lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, slowly allow yourself to melt into a forward fold, allowing the spine to round, melting into a forward fold. And just allow the head to release. This might be where you're grabbing a block or a book or something to support underneath the forehead, just so that you're releasing any tension through the neck. And as you arrive into this soft forward fold, if it's comfortable for you to do so, close down the eyes. Take a full inhalation through the nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth. Let's do that once more. Full inhalation through the nose. Exhale. Seal the lips. And start to let your breath just soften and soften and soften. Take a moment to scan the body. Starting from the crown of the head, moving through the entire body, all the way to the tips of the toes. And just notice if you're working with any tension. Is there anywhere in the body that could possibly be a little bit softer? And just use this time, this stillness, to invite that softness into the body. Taking this time just to slow down, to soften as we move towards the close of our practice today. And we'll just take a few more moments in here, dissolving any tension. Finding stillness, finding softness. And from there, very slowly start to lift yourself up out of your forward fold, using your hands, walking the hands back in. And just take a moment as you arrive, maybe the eyes stay closed. Bring the hands to the outside of the thighs and slowly, 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 slowly start to draw the knees together. Draw the knees together. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Wrap your arms around the legs. Give yourself a lovely, lovely, lovely big hug. Squeeze the knees in. Come onto the tiptoes. Maybe lift the feet. Squeeze those knees in. Hug yourself really, really tight. And then very, very slowly bring the hands onto the knees and slowly come to roll yourself all the way onto the back. Keep drawing the knees in close. As you arrive onto your back, take your arms out to the sides. And we're going to move into a supine twist. So dropping your knees over to the right side to begin. Maybe sliding your hips, your upper body over to the left. Maybe take your gaze over to the left if it feels okay for the neck. And just take 3 beautiful soft breaths into that left side. Feeling the expansion of the left side of the rib cage with each inhalation. Exhale softly. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling into that left side body. Exhale. 1 more beautiful breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhalation, bring everything back to the center. Pause for a moment to reset. As you exhale, drop the knees to the left. Take that twist. Again, you might slide your hips and your upper body over to the right. Taking 3 beautiful breaths into those right side ribs. Inhaling, expanding. Exhale, release. Deep inhalation, side body expands. Exhale, there's a release. Wonderful. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, knees come back to center. Take a moment, hug the knees in close, give yourself some love. And then slowly bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Take a moment to slide the tailbone away from you, tilting the chin gently towards the chest. And then 1 by 1, extending your legs towards the front corners of the mat. Releasing the arms and coming into your Shavasana. Finding yourself into a place of stillness. Taking this time just to relax the body, to relax the breath, to soften and dissolve any layers of tension that might remain. Just take this time to absorb the effects of your practice. Noticing any shifts, maybe physical, maybe emotional, maybe energetic. And again, just honor what's there. Finding again that sense of acceptance, cultivating contentment in this space, in this moment. If you feel like you would like to spend some more time here in your Shavasana, please feel free to do so. You're at home, in your safe space. If you are ready to start to find your way out, then just gently start to move the fingers, the toes, wrists, the ankles, gently bringing movement back to the body, bringing awareness back to the body. If it feels good, extend the arms and take a long whole body stretch. Inhaling deeply as you lengthen. Exhale as you release. Bend your knees. Draw them into the chest. Give yourself a lovely big hug. Just take a moment to give thanks to your body. From there, in any way that feels good for you, taking it slow, start to make your way back up towards a comfortable seated position once again. So coming back up into the place where we started our practice. Coming seated at the top of your mat. Grab a block or a book if you feel like you need a bit of elevation for the hips. Close down the eyes. Rest your hands onto the knees or onto the lap. And just take some time here, noticing how the body feels. Watching the breath. Observing any thoughts, emotions, feelings, honouring what's there. And then place your palms together, bring your thumbs to lightly rest at the centre of the chest. And bring your awareness back to your intention. That intention that you placed into that space between the palms. Take a moment to reflect, to honour that intention. If you'd like to offer your practice to someone, bring that person into your mind, maybe someone you love, or maybe somebody that you know needs a little bit of extra love. And let's close this space with one soft Om. Take a deep inhale. Lift your thumbs to the centre of the forehead once again, that third eye space. And then slowly take a forward fold, bringing your hands down to the earth. Namaste.